everyone, Just for Sweets here. It is Christmas time again, and I am trying like heck to get some videos out, but I am just slammed with work and getting everything ready. So I wanted to share this with you. I am a hairdresser by trade, and I make my clients gifts every single year for Christmas to show my appreciation for them coming to me and just being faithful to me as a client, and I enjoy their company. So I always like to make them a special gift, and every year I choose a different one. And last year was a redneck wine glass, and I have a tutorial on how to make that if you want to go back. This year I made sock snowmen. So here's my little family I made last night. I made 6 the night before, and then I made 5 last night, and they go fast. So I actually have people wanting to order them from me now as well. So I'm even making some for order. But I want to show you the little different ones I made. I have all these cute little buttons that I got at Michael's, or you can get them at Walmart or any fabric store. I had a big bag of buttons, and actually they're scarves. A couple of them are made of leftover fabric that I had from making blankets a few years ago, and I'm just trying to use that up. The little red guy, I didn't have any red fabric and cannot find any red stuff out there unless I go to a fabric store and I don't have time. So I actually bought a red kids t-shirt at the dollar store. So I paid $1, and I'm cutting it up and I'm making little scarves out of it. These are just leftover buttons that I've had, and I'm just using them up, and then I just stick a little candy cane in them. They're super simple, and I would love to share with you on how I do these. And they're quick, and my daughter makes them, and they're just super fun. So you can get creative. As you can see, I have a client that makes the bottle caps, and she made me a 49er Colin Kaepernick one, and I've made sports ones. So they're super fun. So I'm going to show you the items that you need to make these adorable little guys. And all you need, and most of all of this you can get at the dollar store. I do recommend rice, going and buying it in bulk at Walmart, Costco, or whatever, because you'll be buying tons of bags of it if not. I had to learn the hard way. So anyway, you need rice, which I have a 20-pound bag that I just keep filling that up with. A bag of rubber bands, and you can get, these are actually from the dollar store. I have some sewing pins, and I have some pearlized ones, and then some regular colored ones. Got those at Walmart, very inexpensive. Packets of buttons or whatever decorations you want. Here's another one of those bottle caps that I use. I have 2 different colors of glitter. You can use whatever you want. It just kind of makes them look shimmery, like they have snow on them, and I have some gold and some silver. This is the red t-shirt I was talking about that I cut up. You can see it's just really, I can probably get at least 10 to 15 scarves out of this little red t-shirt that cost me $1. I actually also bought some of their dollar scarves there to cut up. So you can just imagine how many you can make out of it. And then I have 2 pairs of scissors. I use a pair of pinking shears and then a regular pair of scissors. You don't have to have the pinking shears. You can do whatever you want. So just get creative. And and the main thing you need are socks. And you can buy these in bulk, you know, in the big bags. They're men's regular full-length white socks. You can use socks in your sock basket. That's how I started doing it, as long as they're not like gross. We have so many mismatched socks that's how I literally started making them, and then now I have to make so many I have to buy the socks. But you can buy them in bulk, so you can get like 6 pairs in a bag for about $7 or $8. Or these come in 2 pairs for $1 at the dollar store. So I have 2. So I actually have 4 snowmen for $1. That's 25 cents a snowman with the sock. So you can't beat that. So you can go to your dollar store and you can get the tube socks. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to get started, and let's get the show on the road. Okay, the one thing I did leave out is you will need a glue gun or a really quick dry adhesive. I use the glue gun. It tends to work a little bit better. In fact, mine takes like 10 minutes to heat up. So as we get started, I might as well go ahead and heat that up. Now, I won't be doing the gluing in the video. You can figure out the glue, but let's get that started. Okay, so watch how simple this is. You're going to love it. Okay, so we just need one of these socks for right now. We're just going to make one little guy. I'm telling you, people are loving these. So where the stripes meet the bottom of the sock, I usually go about a ½ inch below that. Oh, and I'm not using my pinking shears. I'm using my regular. and you just cut it across. So then you have two parts. Now don't discard, because you're going to use this one for the hat, believe it or not. So what you want to do is you want the side that we cut, first you want to turn the sock inside out, and you're going to take that side that we cut and gather it together, and you're going to take one of your first rubber bands here and get a pretty strong one, because it's got to hold the weight of the rice. So I pick like a thicker one out of the bag, and you're just going to put that around just like that until it won't go around anymore. I've done so many, my fingers I think have calluses on them. Okay, so let's go one more time. You just want to make sure that that rice doesn't bust it open. Now another great idea is, I'm catching a cold, so I'm really sorry if I have to cough or anything. Another really great idea, my cousin had, she told me, she goes, make a doorstop out of one. Well, these are kind of small for a doorstop, so if you got like soccer socks or knee-high socks, that would be really cool. It would take a lot of rice, but you could do it. All right, so the next step, I just get a container because the rice tends to fall out, and then that way it catches it. So you saw what I did. I rubber band the sock, then you want to turn it back right side out. And then you see that it's all, I want to make sure you can see this, it's all connected. So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to fill this thing with rice. Now I know it looks like, oh, you're not going to need a lot of rice. The key to this is getting enough rice in there, because if not, when you connect the head, it'll get floppy if there's not enough rice, and you don't want a floppy snowman head. So as I put the rice in, I just kind of push the sock down. And I learned this through trial and error. I didn't watch a video to learn how to make these. I saw a little tutorial, like what that I had to read, and I just kind of played until I got it right. So keep filling, and I'm going to show you how round you want this guy to be. It's going to look like a big apple or an orange. So I keep pushing it down, and then that way it stretches out the sock, and it fills that snowman up really well. And just when you think you have enough, you don't. You keep pushing down. And you'll know once you get the feel for it. There's been times we've completely rubber banded our snowmen together, and we're like, oh, he doesn't have enough rice. We've got to open him back up again. All right, so we're just about to the full point with this. You can see, because you can shut right there, but as the rice settles, this sock stretches, so you can really tell. So I'm going to push that down one more time. I'm going to add one more little scoop of rice in there. So I would say that each snowman probably takes at least a cup to 2 cups of rice. So like I said, be economical and get that big bag. I finally broke down. I went and bought a 20-pound bag, and I'm sure I'll go through quite a few of those. But they're cheap. All right, so the rice is done. We're going to push it down for the final time. We're going to take another rubber band, and I'm going to do another strong one here. And don't worry about if it's colored, it's okay. This part of the snowman is going to be covered. You will not see that. So let's go ahead and rubber band that top, fasten it really well. And now what does it look like? It looks like you have a pumpkin or an orange or something. All right, so we don't need this container anymore. Put that to the side. Okay, so this is what I do. I kind of squeeze them in the middle with my fingers. Just like that. You could also make a minion out of it, couldn't you? I do have to make a penguin one, so if I figure that one out, I'll let you know. Someone ordered a penguin, and I am going to figure that one out probably this weekend. Okay, so go ahead, take a rubber band, take one that's going to be pretty flexible. I have broken a few, so if I break it in front of you, it wouldn't be my first one. That's why I kind of suck it in a little bit. Okay. Be really gentle when you do that last round. See? There goes one. That's why I have a whole bag of them. All right, let's try this again. Get this rubber band around there. Because the thin ones, sometimes they don't. I like the thinner ones in the middle, but sometimes they're just too thin and you can't get it to wrap around all the way without breaking it. So, all right, so wrap that around. Don't get frustrated if you break another one. I break them all the time. When I'm pulling that last one over, I just try to be really gentle because it will break easy. Okay, so we got it. There we go. Still looks kind of funny, right? But you can see the shape coming in. So then what I do is I kind of just, where that rubber band is, I kind of just separate that rice a little bit. Then what you do, so you can see your snowman. Now if you want to leave him skinny like that, you can do that because you're going to cover the rubber band with a scarf. I like my guy to be a little bit flat so he's heavy. So I just kind of push him down and I'm a little rough with him. And then I reshape his head so you can see, there he is. You see the figure of the snowman. Okay, so the next step you want to do is you want to go ahead and we are going to make the hat. So you're taking the other half of the sock that you cut off, and I usually cut it right after the heel, kind of make a straight line. Now you can either use this for something or discard it. I discard that part. And then I cut the toe off as well, and you can discard that as well. Now if you want to use pinking shears here, you can. What you're going to do is we are creating a cap, like a stocking cap. And we need another rubber band because I broke one. And a little one will work. And there's no turning this one inside out or anything like that. I just kind of gather it like we did at the bottom of the sock and go around. Hopefully you're with me so far. If you have any questions, feel free to PM me or put them in the box below. Or, you know, ask me a question or comment below. Okay, so as you can see, then I take that bottom and I kind of fold it, and you want it to look nice. And you place that right over the head. Look at that. Isn't that cute? So it's coming to form here. So now you want to pick your eyes and your decorations, and I have a bunch of these little Christmas buttons that I bought a couple years ago. I got them at Michael's, and I used them for another craft for my client, so I figured, hey, what the heck, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to use them today. So I think what I want to put on mine today is a candy cane. So I'm going to use a candy cane. So then I'll just kind of decide what I want to do. Now what I do with the candy cane is I put the candy cane right here on the hat, so it kind of decorates it. You saw that on the other ones. And then I want to pick out my buttons. So I think with the candy cane, I'm going to stick with the red and white theme. So I have some red buttons and some white buttons. I also have some heart-shaped buttons. You saw that on one of my snowmen, and those are really cute. So we just need those. And now we need to pick the eyes and the nose. And I think I'm going to do some blue eyes with my little guy here. And you can kind of place the eyes where you want. And literally, those pins just go right in. See how easy that is? You can move them around if you mess up. It's not a big deal. And then for his nose, these are my pearlized pins, which I absolutely love. But unfortunately, they didn't come in all the colors, so I had to buy some plain ones too. If you have sewing pins around your house, go ahead and use them. You don't have to go buy them. I just don't sew, so. All right, and then we're going to stick the little nose in. I don't want white. Let's do red because white won't show. So my snowman has blue eyes and a red nose. You can use whatever color you want. All right. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to tie his scarf around him. So I just go around his neck, and you can kind of pull it tight. You're not going to choke him. And you can do it however you want. My daughter didn't want to tie hers last night, so we just glue gunned it so that it looked like it crisscrossed. She made one for her teacher, for the neighbors. We've made them for so many people. All right, so there's his little scarf. It's all tied on. And then I like to hide the rubber band in the hat. You don't have to. And another thing you can do is if you want to make this kind of frilly on top, you can kind of take your scissors and cut into it. I did that on some of mine so that it doesn't look so one piece on top. All right, and then we just take that other red piece and I just kind of tie it around, and it just kind of covers covers that rubber band on there. Now you can stretch it around so that it just looks like a red tie. I kind of let mine just free flow on there. It looks cute. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and I am going to glue my buttons on. We're going to glue these on here, and I'm using a hot glue gun. Like I said, you can use a quick dry adhesive. There are some really quick dry, like rubber cementy ones out there. I prefer the glue gun because it's quick, it does it really fast, and I can get them done a lot faster. So I'm going to go glue these on, and we will be right back, and you'll get to see the final result. Okay, so I have everything glued on. I glued on the buttons. I glued on the candy cane at the top. I do have one piece of advice. Go ahead and glue that hat on because people tend to want to pick the guy up by the hat. If it breaks open, you're going to have a rice mess everywhere. So I put little glue dots underneath the hat so that it kind of seals that hat on the head. Now there's one place that I missed. I can add another one if I want. But I just want it to kind of adhere to the head. I also fold the sock over to make it look cuter, and I put little glue dots underneath that so that that fold stays. I like to position my scarves, so I go ahead and put a glue dot, I position it the way I want it, and put a little glue dot underneath. And then your final step, which I already glittered him, but get that bowl that you used for the rice, and I'm going to use silver glitter. It's platinum, and you can get this at the craft store. With a light hand, not a heavy hand, you want to go ahead and go over your snowman, and basically what the glitter does is it makes it look shimmery and like it's out in the snow. You know how snowmen look when they're outside. They look all shimmery. It's hard to tell in this light. But that's my little guy. So I wanted to share the snowman with you. Everyone has been asking me how I make them, and it's so simple that I just thought it'd be a great quick video. So he is going to join his snowman family right now. Okay, so they have joined, or this one has joined its snowman family that is heading to work with me today. So here it is right here in the center. And what I like to do for my clients, my daughter's been playing with these since I recorded. I go get some candy canes from the dollar store or store, and I kind of just stick them in the side just as an extra little treat for my clients. So you can see that all my little guys have candy canes. Just an added little touch. You don't have to do that, but just something fun. My daughter and I thought of something today too that would be really fun, is to hot glue gun two candy canes underneath the snowman, and you'll have a skiing snowman. So that's an option as well. So here they are. They're really easy to make. I hope you get a chance to make them. They're very, very inexpensive to make and just a real joy. And your kids can do it with you, your grandkids. Anybody can do this. So I hope you give me a thumbs up, and please share this on your Facebook page. I'd love for you to join my Facebook page. I have quite a few. This one, particular one, would be on my Queen of Theme. And I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. We mostly do cooking, but around this time of year we do some crafts as well. So until next time, next video, happy holidays everyone. God bless.